My friend Megumi.
Hi!
And we are back with some more
I'm
Danganronpa.
wearing contacts today because I finally made a good decision.
And we were in the middle of free time.
Also, look at this throwback I saw today.
What is it? When was this?
This was 2013 Comic-Con. I think that was season 6? 6?
It's been a long time since then. 7 years.
No, it was season 5. This was season 5.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Chelsea and Caitlin.
Yeah. Back when the roles of Shio and Kosha were more or less set in stone.
I sent it to both of them.
Nowadays, the roles are not nearly as set in stone. All right,
Here's the
so
thing.
we were gonna hang
Emily's
out with
gonna
Hiro
be Shio
again, right?
for a while. I'm definitely gonna start auditioning for Kosho again when
you
we
come
come
back.
But like, we need this year off desperately. And I'm very excited to have the year off.
We were gonna hang out with our boy again because I'm pretty sure he likes the Crystal Skull, right, Hiro?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know that for a fact?
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, just look up Crystal Skull. Like, don't try to look up Hiro. Just look up Crystal Skull.
Here we go. Hero loves it. Yeah.
All right, then we're hanging out with Hiro.
Fuck yeah. We do need to give him a present at some point, I guess, so that we can get some kind of cool upgrade.
Skill
for
or
us,
whatever.
Yeah. Just once, though. Just once. I don't think we're ever actually going to use the skills. But you never know. They could come in handy.
Where's my boy Toadman?
Toadman.
Sorry, it's just there he is. It was a reference.
We were.
Oh,
That's exactly.
yeah,
where
it's
we were.
exactly where we were. Okay. Well, then he's hanging out where? What is this room? Dressing room. Why is he in the dressing room? We're not supposed to just hang out in the dressing room right now. We're not supposed to be just hanging out in the dressing room right now. I mean, this school is totally elite and unique, right? So maybe this is normal for them. What do you think, Makoto? Hang out with Hiro for a while? Spend some time with Hiro.
Well,
You want to grab a bite to eat in the dining hall? Teach you where the best power spots are.
Maybe he just got done taking a bath. Let's
Maybe.
give him the benefit of the doubt.
Hiro taught me about all the best power spots.
I don't know what a power spot is.
I'm sure it's like ley line stuff.
Oh.
Hiro and I
yeah.
grew a little closer today. Would I like to give him a present? Yes, definitely. What would I like to give him? Such a mysterious power. This is a true blue 00 part. Makoto, the dawn of a new era draws near. Pleased with something I gave him makes me happy.
yo,
Hey, Makoto, what's up? My brother and fellow mother lover? Let's raise our siblings up right, okay? Stop talking about that.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember?
Oof.
So you ready for the next round? Never? Actually, how do you do your fortune telling anyway? Saw you doing palm readings and stuff, and you didn't use any tools or anything. Wow, I didn't know you knew about divination tools. Sounds like you know your way around the spirit world.
My hair's wet. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure this is not entertaining, but I don't want it to dry flat and nasty.
I'm not sure you need to know that much to know about those kinds of tools.
Damn, I'm cute. I'm cute.
Now that I know you're an expert, I have a question for you. A correct answer gets you another discount. No thanks.
could it be?
There are 22 cards known as the Major Arcana and 56 cards as the Minor Arcana. Generally, the cards from the Major Arcana are used for divination. Do you know what I'm talking about? Major and Minor Arcana, and the Major Arcana cards are to tell the future. Must be Tarot. Oh, I know, you're talking about tarot cards. Yeah, gloriously correct. I will now tell you your fortune for a measly 600 bones.
Bones?
It's another term for dollars. It's a legit thing.
I mean, I know that, but I was like, is he talking about money or is he being weird and spiritual?
He's talking about money. Oh, really? Is something I'd never say. I had enough fortune telling for one lifetime. See, well, if you ever change your mind, you know where to find me. Sure thing. Anyway, getting back to what I asked you about before. If you don't use any tools or whatever, how do you do your fortune telling? Don't be fooled, I have my own techniques. For example, I employ numerology.
Okay.
Numerology? It uses a mathematical formula to predict the future based on birth dates, letter numbering, and all that.
Did you mean horoscopes?
No.
Did you mean astrology?
No. Numerology's a thing. It's an actual thing. Like people will go like, they'll take like Obama. O is the blank letter in the alphabet. If you take the first and the last letters, convert them to numbers and add them up, it equals this number. This number is the same number as like this person's date.
It connects to blank, which connects to blank.
Yeah.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Exactly.
The Illuminati is real.
That's what actual numerology is basically just a shitty conspiracy theory thing that people use.
I love those movies.
That's actually what it really comes down to, is like, they'll take somebody's name and then they'll somehow figure out some way to convert it into 666 and go, Obama is literally Satan. Because they found some way, like, if they just kept throwing random numbers in, eventually they would find a way to have a repeating 6. And then they're done.
Oh, speaking of conspiracy theories, I read an article recently, guys, where people put passages from the Bible, right, specifically about the Antichrist and the evil beasts, and compared them to Trump tweets and Trump actions over the last few years. And I'm like, oh, damn.
People do that with every single president ever. They did it with Obama, too.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that talks about, like, the Antichrist will form a new union that everybody will be on board and praise them, and they'll, create a new union that takes over, rules the world. And it was like, Obama sets new president in the United Nations, and everybody was like, it's the Antichrist. It's like, no, it's not. Here's the thing, the Antichrist will be universally loved by all. And that has never been a president.
No. Except for the true believers.
I'm not sure how many true believers there are left. Even people who think they're true believers, I don't know that they actually know, or if they've been swindled by somebody who's
Canon
after their
Jesus
money.
is much cooler than fandom Jesus, gonna be honest.
Yep. Canon Jesus is much cooler than fandom Jesus.
Hey, if you can't stop staring at that woman, cut out your eyes.
Yep.
If you think you can't stop yourself from touching her, cut off your hands.
Hey, remove the log from your own eye before you touch the speck in somebody else's.
Hey.
Like, there's some really, really good choice, like, mind your business stuff that Jesus has said in the past.
Yeah, a lot of Jesus's stuff was just mind your business.
Yeah,
It
was mind your business, everybody's doing their own thing, be kind. That was Jesus, and somehow that has turned into the modern Christian faith, which is none of those things.
Isn't there somewhere in the Bible where Jesus said, don't try to convert if they don't want it?
There's things. It's you should not actively be forcing people to convert. That you should live in a way. You should live your life in such a way that people want to be part of it. You should not be forcing people to convert because in their hearts they won't have. They may say it with their voice, but they were not saying it with their heart.
Yeah.
Live a life that is something that somebody wants to, emulate, and they will speak so with their heart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's an exact quote, but that's essentially what that whole thing is about.
That's the SparkNotes version.
Yeah. Basically,
SparkNotes Twitter is lit.
SparkNotes Twitter is lit. This is business. The more I talk to him, the less I understand. Your maximum number of skill points is increased. Look at you go.
Danny Sexbang's gonna die.
I don't think he is.
Not like real Danny Sexbang. We're talking about this Danny Sexbang.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think he's going to die.
I'm just saying for people who are watching it.
He's gonna die eventually. I don't think he's gonna die this time around.
I'm so sad. These are my favorite little booties. I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost time for them to retire. I'm thinking in the next few months they're finally gonna just break through, because you can feel that right there.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my shoes. Like I've worn. I was saying, here's the difference. It's like I wear my one pair of shoes every single day. I wear the exact same pair of shoes every single day for over a year now. I got them 2 Thanksgivings ago.
They've lasted a good long time.
Yeah, they lasted a lot longer than my Vans normally do, because those usually fall apart a lot faster.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy I don't want to celebrate a new year. I want to celebrate the dawn of every new day. Because every new day deserves celebrating, so.
Happy New Day!
Ooh, since we're talking about politics, I'm not going to get deep into it, but my dad has one of those shirts that says, "My rights don't end where your feelings begin." And I found a shirt online that says, "My rights don't end where your religion begins," and I think I'm going to get it. Just because he loves that shirt, so I'm just going to be like, oh, he's wearing that shirt. I got to go change it real quick. I'm going to get the tank top version, too, so that, you know, it fits my titties, and it gets him very upset. I'm thinking about getting one that's too large for me, just so, like, you can see that cleavage. And obviously it has the gay flag on it, like.
Yeah.
That's gonna upset him.
Taka and Kyoko are not here today.
You know?
Kyoko's still on guard duty, probably. I have no idea about Taka.
Damnation!
May as well just forget about that guy.
So,
You don't have to get so mad.
You know?
They're rivals in love. What are you gonna do? Don't put me on the same level as that virgin. I might catch his virginity. Who are you? Fucking, Scott the Woz? Scott the Woz makes jokes about virginity a lot. My guess is you're already infected. Wait, you really catch it? Stop being vulgar. Let's eat breakfast. But as soon as my hands approach my food. And it's
here
Joe.
she comes.
A voice. The doors to the dining hall explode open and a figure appears.
So in the end,
So it's you, Genocide Jack, and
That's enough.
don't bother asking why we arrived at the same time. The answer should be obvious. I'll give you a hint. I'm wearing red lingerie today. I don't think anyone wanted to know. Hold on a second, you. Huh? What's your top power level, like 35, 22, 33? Start out big on top and try to look thinner down south. Look at your melons, they're seriously gargantuan. Do you dunk them in milk every night or something?
There's no way her titties are only 35. Y'all, I'm 45. I'm 45.
You're starting to freak me out.
no forgiveness!
You lay a finger on Hina, I will show you no mercy. So, what do you want? Surely you are not here to join us for breakfast.
Naturally.
Of course not. I came here to hear a story. Story? A story that nobody bothered to tell me yet.
You talking about?
Talking about
yeah.
alter ego?
You can't tell a story here.
Sorry, but we can't talk about that right now.
What?
Why not? Because of certain circumstances. Up to now, you haven't given a crap about anything, and now you're all concerned? I don't buy it.
It's all clear now.
I've just made a decision. When we get out of here, I'm going to feed your body to the vultures. Kind of messed up dictator are you?
What?
But isn't this a democracy? Or would you exclude those who don't fit in your tyrannical majority? That's not what we're doing.
That's fine.
Well, whatever. It's nothing else. Tell me what's going on with Taka. When I saw him yesterday, I happened to notice something seemed off. So I was curious. Taka has become utterly useless. Celeste, you don't have to say it like that.
I see.
Did his spirit collapse or something? Was he unable to withstand this environment? Those men who clothe themselves in the cheap fabric of justice are often the first to fall. Perhaps that will make things all the more interesting. Interesting?
Such
Let me leave you with a bit of advice. Don't come to rely on false camaraderie, or you'll reap its bitter reward. That's why you came? To give us this amazing advice? It seems I am unwelcome here, but I will grant your desire and remove myself. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Stop talking.
I don't need you to come with me. You don't have to play hard to get, Master. You can just play hard. That doesn't make any sense. Byakuya started to slowly back out of the room. Started picking up speed, and soon he was sprinting out of the dining hall. He ran away? So now he's running hard to get, I see. Wait! So, at the end there, what was that all about? Just now, Byakuya was like, maybe he's like the mean guy who starts acting different or getting all flustered when things change. Guess so. Those of us left in the dining hall finished our breakfast, then went back to our rooms. Free time!
Free time.
Who do we free time today? I actually have enough to get I have enough coins to do the thing. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna do, I've got 10 coins and I'm just gonna run the thing 10 times, even though I know I'm probably gonna get some duplicates. Because even duplicates are still items that people love.
Yeah, fair.
It's better to do it that way than like hope and pray that I get like a new item by spending all of my tokens on a single roll.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go for quantity over quality here.
Fair. Sounds good.
Give it a shot. That's new.
Oh, cool.
Alright, what is this? We've gotten water before. Oh, but a lucky. We're also more likely to get luckies, which give us another free run. That is also new.
Okay, nice. We're looking out today, boys.
This is how I should. I mean, I'm not gonna do this when I have 90 fucking coins. I'm not gonna do this when I have 90 coins. It's just not gonna be something that I do, but...
Oh, we haven't gotten
it's a worm on a string! That was a worm on a string! We've already gotten the male fantasy.
We have so many of those.
That's new.
Gun? That's an entire ass gun.
It wouldn't be our first gun that we got. We had the golden gun earlier, remember?
That's fair.
That's also new.
Not sure. Holy shit, we're lucky. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Nothing that time. That is also new. Cat dog.
That's for boy.
Oh yeah, because of cat boy, dog girl, or whatever it was. Cat girl, dog boy, or something like that.
Yeah, something. And another flashlight.
Yeah.
We lucked out.
That was actually a lucky.
Oh.
Another lucky.
Oh my god.
I should be running these things individually. Like, I could just. Oh, we've gotten a hand bra before.
That's fine.
I should actually, like, that's a legit thing. Like, I should probably be doing this individually anyway. Just when I have 90 of them.
Until we get up to, like, you know, 60 or 70%. But we're still under 50% right now.
So let's see here. What's new? Potato chips are new.
You want me to start looking through the gift list?
Sure.
We were on 29.
Layering shears.
40.
Okay, so the
shears, none and none.
Curlian camera.
Yeah, layering shears. Hero likes the layer.
The Curlian camera.
Chihiro and Hero. Hero likes the camera.
Camera fitted to take pictures of electrical fields, surrounding objects. Sadly, there's no film in it. Ray gun Zurian. Created with high-tech future technology, a single shot can melt every molecule in a fully grown human. There aren't any batteries, though, so you can't fire it.
Chihiro and Junko like it. It's a little late for that one.
Interesting that Junko would like the laser gun. Who likes the golden gun again? Or
Byakuya loves it.
Byakuya loves the golden gun?
It.
Alright.
I feel like we should...
Pretty Hungry
Worm
Caterpillar, which is literally a worm on a string. A caterpillar toy that was all the rage years ago. As you pull it, it moves up and down, making it look alive.
Chihiro likes it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Golden Airplane. Golden sculpture is said to represent a plane or spaceship. It was found in ruins in Colombia, dated to about 1000. This sounds like a Byakuya or a Hero thing.
Both and Junko love it.
Indicated to some that this represents an double OP art.
As long as it says double O,
Yeah.
it's Hero.
Project Zombie, a mature game designed for the fun plane, where a former runaway model takes zombies as slaves in a post-apocalyptic world. It's been out of print for a while.
I'm just gonna start saying the people that are still alive. Celeste likes it.
All right. Someone's graduation album.
Someone's.
A Hope's Peak graduation album that someone left behind. The signature pages are all completely blank.
None and none. I
I'll
feel
say
like
that's
a plot item.
I'll say that's a plot item. The Vice was a none and none as well. Think of Tree Spray we've already done. Cat Dog Magazine.
None liked by Jack.
You might think it has to do with pets, but it's more related to beds. It's a guide for junior high and high school students to help with their physical health.
Ooh, man. That
and-
unlocked another. Yo, I've been unlocking memories left and right. So for you ladies out there who were American Girl magazine people.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are you going to talk about that time that they pulled all of the girls out of class in like 4th grade and had the talk?
Oh no, no. So American Girl was really great. There's a couple of books that I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like is there something wrong with my body or is my body normal? Let me see. American Girl.
I feel like there were a lot of those for like everybody. Like everybody had one of those somewhere along
It was
the line.
called The Care and Keeping of You is what it's called.
That's such a good name.
Right?
The Care and Keeping of You.
Yep, it's called The Care and Keeping of You, the body book for girls. And that shit was lit. I'm pretty sure my parents knew what was in it because, like, they didn't let me get it. Like, there is an entire page talking about, yes, your vagina is normal. There's an entire, because, like, that's a thing that teenage girls worry about is my vagina normal?
Such ignorance.
We're so different in ability, appearance, and status that I can hardly believe we're even in the same species. You do understand that, right? So why do you act like it's natural for you to talk to me? Yeah, spend some time with Byakuya.
That's fine.
Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention.
They also
I
have,
hope you appreciate this.
they also have The Care and Keeping of You 1, the body book for younger girls.
Byakuya and I grow a little closer. He's good for the golden gun, right? Byakuya?
What?
Byakuya is good for the
Yes.
golden gun, correct?
Up, here's another one. Here's another one. There's an entire page about how to put in a tampon. Yeah. And they actually draw in the vagina.
So, yes, Byakuya was good for the golden gun.
Yes.
You bastard! How did you get your hands on this? Even the collective force of the entire Togami Corporation wouldn't be enough to obtain this gem. I'm going to hold on to this. I think Byakuya is so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. I have a question for you. Ah, you do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So, to answer my question, I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal
So in
students.
other words,
So you just got into Hope's Peak by blind luck? I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you, with absolutely no unique talents or abilities, could get into this school? Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How a boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in. Boring? Generic? Do you really have to list all of that?
naturally.
But it's the truth.
I no longer want to give him anything.
Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all, but even I, you seem to think it's merely an issue of title. But make no mistake, my lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate.
In other words,
Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. He's really taking this to the extreme. You who have nothing, I who have everything. We are living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. Learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to prepare for extreme psychological trauma. Byakuya's report card has been updated. You just unlocked the skill Cool and Composed.
Yay.
That's what I was going for. I was trying to get skills as fast as I could because we have gone into 2 trials now with only 1 skill.
Yeah.
So I want to rack up. I've got a shit ton of skill points now from hanging out with Aoi a bunch.
Yeah.
But we hung out with Aoi until we got her skill, which took forever.
Yeah.
It took like the entire time of the last trial.
Yeah, that was wild. So I'm gonna read you the table of contents from the book about you. So, treat your body right, your new look, reaching new heights, snooze time, keeping clean, pimple prevention, health Q&A. Then, girl stuff, it's a new section. The anatomy of you, hormones, flat chest to new breasts, the best bra for you, a hairy situation. That's about your pubic hair. Period basics, period pains, that time of the month, tampon tips, infections, body talk, and more health Q&A.
Let's see.
So yeah, that book was lit. Page 34. Everyone knew about page 34.
Is that
That was the the 36. Page 36 was the hairy situation. Everybody knew. Even if you didn't own the book, you knew about page 36. I feel like I would have felt better if I had gotten that book. If we have a girl, we're getting her that book. Because she might not feel comfortable asking about those questions.
Ah, Mr. Neji. Funny meeting you here. I salute to you. Salute! I just saluted, did you see? That was the Hifumi Ultimate Salute, Zam! Do you want to hang out with Hifumi? Let's spend some time with Hifumi. Cosplayers these days are totally ignorant of the origin, the history, the significance of their hobby. If you don't know your history, you can never have a complete cosplay experience. So, Mr. Neji, prepare for a gloriously detailed history of the cosplay world. Now, in 1955... That is the perfect way to start. That's so good.
Oh boy.
I listened to Hifumi's half-obsessed ranting for way too long. Hifumi and I grew a little closer today. Would I like to give him a present? Yes. I'm gonna give the pigman some chips.
Chips? Was it chips?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I was once a ruthless Ubermensch, but Mr. Nagi has awakened my heart to the power of friendship. May I call you my master? What is thy bidding, my master? Seeing he for me so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. I see quality in you, Mr. Nagi, true quality. And that's why I've decided to present to you my lecture on the nature of fan fiction. If we're going to be friends, you must be fully informed. I will permit no fanfic bigotry whatsoever. I don't think I have any fanfic bigotry. I mean, I don't really know anything about that kind of geeky stuff anyway. See, there it is. To you, fanfic equals geeky, right? But is that all that word is worth? Did I say something wrong? But that's okay, because I take the word geek as a compliment. For you see, there is nobody on earth so full of knowledge as a geek.
Yes, indeed.
In a sense, a geek is like an expert. That's right, a total expert. A successful musician must necessarily be a music geek. A good movie director is a movie geek, you see? It's those experts, those geeks, who open up the world to others. So when you say that writing fanfic is geeky, you're recognizing us as true experts. Okay, so, what exactly is fanfic then? Yeah, super direct question, what the fuck? For the win. Sorry, fuck the what. Basically, we have all different kinds of stories and events, right? These are where groups of holy warriors sell their own stuff based on games, comics, anime, everything. The stuff those people make is fanfic. comics are the most common creation, but it also includes games, music, and even
I
merchandise.
really hate that they changed it to fanfic instead of Dojin. Like, Google exists.
Yeah,
Google existed in 2010.
By the way, there's a name for when a group of fanfic creators come together. Specifically, it's an organized group that comes together to release their work. Group that comes together, it's a square, I think.
I don't know. You want me to look it up?
I'm pretty sure it's either a square or a circle. I want to say it's a square, though.
I mean, click square if you think that's what it is. I gotta
No.
scroll for that.
You as you look it up. I mean, it's like it's the first conversation. It's either a Dojin square or a Dojin circle. I can't remember.
Well, this page doesn't have it, so. Man, okay, let's go to fandom. Appearance. Gallery. No, it's not here. What the heck? Also, please look at this. It feels bad. It just feels bad. There we go. Keep going.
See here. Okay.
No.
It's circle is the correct answer. All right. I knew it was either circle or square. I couldn't remember which though. Is it a circle? It sure is. Of course you knew that. I mean, it's only common sense.
We say as we sit here Googling
Yeah, we
furiously.
spent so much time Googling, like nobody, like you guys couldn't see it, but like between Megumin
On
going
her-
through
on
her
her phone.
on her phone, and I literally alt-tabbed out to go to Google.
Oh my goodness.
I certainly hope you don't expect me to explain such common sense topics every time. Well, like I said, I don't know much about this stuff. This goes well beyond I don't know too much. But I guess I can't blame you. The propaganda never touches on that. So as a fanfic ambassador, by the time I'm done with you, you'll be itching to buy a premium pass to the next fanfic con. Comic Cat. Right. Obviously, he's excited, but yeah, that's it for today. I hope you're excited for the next lesson.
I sure am not.
I can't wait to see what the future has in store for the two of us. I'm kind of scared to see what the future has in store for the two of us. You got a skill, handiwork.
Cool. We don't have to see him ever again.
I've collected a lot of skills. Now that we've actually attempted to hang
Yeah.
out with more than one person at a time.
Yep.
Huh? There's someone by the door. There's something by the door. Piece of paper. Looks like someone must have slipped it under my door. Meet in the dining hall. Handwriting is really good. But to want to meet up so suddenly, who wrote it? And why? What's the point of calling me out like this? Kinda nervous, but there's no way I can't check it out now. Except that it's nighttime. Which means that the dining hall is going to...
Ding dong though.
Yeah, but it's nighttime, which means it's almost bing bong ding dong 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's fair.
The problem is that we're about to go into the dining hall close to 10 p.m. It's a boy. Oh, Makoto. Hero, then the letter I found in my room?
You know?
Yep, I wrote it. Your handwriting is really nice. Although I was always taught that if you had bad penmanship, a ghost would come and haunt you. Taught you that. And why did you want to meet with me? Oh, I just did what Kyoko asked me. Kyoko?
Actually,
I'm just an errand boy on this. Anyway, what do you say to a late night bath session? Huh?
you know?
Okay, let's do it. No, I totally lost. Hero grabbed me by the shoulder, pulled me close, and whispered into my ear.
Serious.
It's all an act, so the mastermind won't notice. Everyone's waiting in the bathhouse. What? Did Alter Ego finish his search? You got it, Hero. Let's go take a dip. Probably louder than it needed to be. But me and Hero hurried to the dressing room. I picked up on that pretty quick on my own.
Yeah. I hate it. I still hate it. I'm very upset. Like, excessively upset.
Like what, Ultra Instinct Taco over here?
Yes. Kondo.
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
As soon as I got to the dressing room, an angry voice echoed out.
F you.
Yep.
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the good little boys and girls. Such a weird combination.
It is.
The fucking moral compass and the delinquent. Shut up.
Ultimate biker game.
Yep. What'd you say? You want me to make you cry, little girl? Taka. Oh, sorry. I'm bad at going directly into his voice when I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
Taka, he seems to be even worse than I'd heard. Well, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe he's finally starting to grow a personality. What? You got a lot of poop falling out of that mouth of yours, you know that?
I like that the Taka takes over and keeps him from cursing.
Yeah.
It's really
Rude.
cute.
A maggot like you has no right to speak that way to our heaven-sent master.
Oh my God.
Are you back to your normal gloomy self? I can hardly keep track at this point. Shut
Look
up.
for the tongue.
Hey, come on.
Well, anyway, everyone's here, right? My messenger duty is complete. You wanted us all to meet here, right, Kyoko? So what are we doing here?
How about that?
Isn't it obvious? It's gotta do something with alter ego, right? Yeah, totally. Did he finally find a clue? What is it? The way out? The mastermind's true identity? I feel like it's painfully obvious who we're supposed to click on.
Yep.
It's gone. Gone? Came here a little earlier to check up on things, and when I discovered alter ego, the laptop has disappeared. What? Nani? You're kidding, right?
Oh.
She's gone.
F you.
You can't be fudging serious. What did you do with him? What? Was it the mastermind? Did they finally notice that what we were up to?
Wrong.
I'd told Alter Ego to yell if anyone he didn't recognize appeared. If it was the mastermind, I'm sure he would have altered us. Alerted us. Altered us. Maybe we just
Taka's altered.
missed it?
However,
I was in the laundry room right next door all day. There's no way I wouldn't have heard it. But if it wasn't the mastermind, then the solution is this particular mystery is obvious. It can only have been him.
Poor Junko.
Mr. Ishimaru, you stole her, didn't you? What? I'm the ultimate moral compass. I would never do something like that. I don't think it counts when you say it about yourself like that.
F you.
You're the suspicious one here. You're nothing but a big jiggly sack of fat.
How dare you?
He's talking to Hifumi.
Okay. Thought he was talking to Hina. Because, like, she just said something, and I was upset.
Shows what you know. This isn't my true form. I still have 3 more transformations left.
Damnation.
Wait, I mean, it wasn't me. Everyone knows you're the thief. Wrong, it's you.
Serious.
Well, I'm sure it was one of you. So whoever did it, just hurry up and confess.
wrong.
No, there's no way either one of them did it. So why not?
So,
I told Alter Ego to yell if either Taka or Hifumi came into the dressing room.
It was Junko.
What? It was a countermeasure against the clear danger that one of them might come for it. But I never heard any yell.
indeed.
Exactly, which means it wasn't them.
But
Then who was it?
Junko.
that's it.
Junko. Junko.
The fundamental circumstances are becoming clear. If it wasn't the mastermind and it wasn't Taka or Hifumi, then quite simply it was someone else. Makoto, Celeste, Sakura, Hina, Toko, or myself. One of us must be the thief.
Terrible.
Why would any of us want to steal your alter ego? How about this for a reason? There is a traitor among us. Huh? One of us is working for the mastermind. A spy. And that's the one who stole alter ego.
He didn't include Jack in that list.
Can you deny the possibility? I mean, I assume that he doesn't consider Toko and Jack as separate people.
That's fair. However, Toko does not remember anything that happens when Jack is emerged.
Can't be. I've actually been thinking for some time now that there might be a spy among us. The mastermind brought someone in to help keep things moving smoothly. Spy for the mastermind? Traitor? No, it's impossible. Something that horrible. There's no way. Why do you not speak? Are you struck silent by your inability to comprehend such a possibility?
Yes, yes, I am.
I don't care! I don't care who. Someone, anyone, save her. Please rescue her. I'm begging you. I just want her to see her smiling face again.
Damn it.
Same here. How many times do they have to kill bro before they're happy? I'll beg, I'll scrape my head across the ground, just please give him back.
So,
This is pretty messed up, but still, I think I kind of get how they feel.
at the very least.
I think Alter Ego is most likely still safe, for the moment at least.
Yes, indeed.
If they want to destroy it, they would have to take it. They wouldn't have taken it. They would have done it right here.
I see.
So you're saying whoever did it has something else in mind for him? Something else?
Damn it.
That doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. No matter what it takes, I'm gonna get him back. That's my promise as a man.
I swear I will save her.
Using the power of love. Bing bong. Ding dong bing bong.
Good, good, good.
It's nighttime.
There is nothing to be done.
It is unfortunate, but we will have to leave the search for tomorrow. For now, everyone get some sleep. How can you be so casual? We don't have time to wait around. What good are you if you are too tired? You will be much more efficient after a good night's sleep. Who gives a crap about effective? We're talking about our feelings here.
Calm down.
Anything we do at night brings a higher chance of the mastermind noticing us. Celeste is right. We should begin our investigation tomorrow morning. What do you think, Makoto? I agree with you. If we run around tonight in a panic, the mastermind is sure to notice, and we won't get anything done. Taka, Hifumi, I know how you feel right now, but it's best if, just for tonight, you can try to endure it.
This is fine.
Okay, then let us part for today. We will begin our search for Alter Ego in the morning. And you should think about what I said. Someone may very well be spying for the mastermind.
Junko, 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 Junko.
We're not even
Junko!
100% sure if Junko's coming back.
Junko is coming back.
We're not 100% sure Junko's coming back in this game.
Junko's not in the player list of any of the other games.
She might not be a player in the other games.
That's fair.
We finally discovered some small measure of hope, but even that was taken from us. We couldn't even put up a fight. We were given hope, and then when that hope was taken away, despair. It's like what the mastermind is doing to us. Could it really be true? Whoever stole Alter Ego, could they really be working for the mastermind? If that's true, it can't be. There's no way.
It's the 16th student.
Scary thing
The
isn't the idea of
16th
someone
student
spying on
stole
us.
it.
What's really scary is the idea that we're starting to doubt each other again. That scares me more than anything. Threw myself into bed, trying to shake off those unsettling thoughts. Before long, I fell into a restless sleep. Murder is a word whose definition changes with time, with place, with society. Murder is evidence of abnormality, then all the history's greatest heroes must have been abnormal.
Sometimes the murders that people forgive are way more abnormal than the ones they don't.
What you talking about, Monokuma?
Bing
What you
bong.
talking about? What you talking about, Monokuma?
The murders we forgive, like war.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Good morning,
Am
everyone.
I cute?
Today we have to look for Alter Ego. Okay, first things first, to the dining hall. I didn't even have a chance to do anything. Found myself in surprisingly high spirits and hurried to the dining hall. When I found out what was waiting for me.
So, Amber emailed me today. Amber's the name of my supervisor at work. And, she said, hey, when you have a minute, can I come over real quick so we could have a discussion? And she asked me this. She sends me this message every day, just captioned with the subject is always this afternoon. Because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, come on. I got a couple hours left in the day. Come on, we'll discuss what projects we're gonna do. And she comes over, and I was ready. Had my BAM open. I was like, all right, what are we doing? She's like, nothing. And she gave me dinosaur gummies and a new pen. And she's like, okay, do you need anything? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, enjoy your afternoon.
That's so weird.
I love her so much. She's so pure. And when she gets frustrated, she goes meow 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 meow. Cause like that's the noise she makes. I think she's Pavloved herself into calming down with meows. And I think that's why she does it. She does it every time she gets frustrated. And as soon as she does it, she's like, okay, I'm good.
That's so weird.
She's Pavloved herself with meows, and it's adorable.
Is this it? What happened to the others? Aren't they coming? There are only 3 people in the dining hall. Sakura, Hina, and Kyoko.
Who's dead?
So, including me, only 4 people? This is why I hate people who take their sweet time with everything.
However,
Anyway, let's wait a little while longer for the others. We decided to wait in case anyone else showed up. No matter how long we waited. So, it's 8 o'clock, and we've been waiting here a full hour. Why haven't the others come?
Cause, I mean,
Hero and Celeste have never missed a day, till now. And what I'm really worried about is Kifumi and Taka. They were more eager than anyone to look for Alter Ego, and they're not here.
it can't be.
Something must have happened. That's 4 people, though.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 people can have been killed by the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem.
Careless. I was too distracted by Alter Ego. But Monokuma gave us a motive. There was no way something wouldn't have happened eventually.
Hmm.
The money really wasn't a good motive, though, was it?
$10 million.
I mean, $10 million is a pretty good motive
It
for, like,
is.
if you think you can get away with it,
Yeah.
but...
Graduation present for
But most of these
whichever
people know
lucky
they can't get away with
student
it.
makes out if you're alive. What do you think? It's $10 million. 10 million smackaroos.
You know who I think could get away with it? Our girl, white hair girl.
Kyoko?
Kyoko,
It's
yes.
like
She could get away with it.
Wowie, wow, am I right?
Especially if she murdered us. If she murdered us,
I was
she
say,
could
yeah.
get away with it.
I was because she and I are basically
The only people that
the
figure out
actual
what's going
trial.
on.
Yeah, we're the trial twins. Don't tell me don't tell me someone did something for money. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't bother. I already understood. I understood, and I hated that I did. You never really know another person's completely. Anything can happen here, and you can't consider it strange. Not really. We need to go look for the people who never showed up. Okay, let's go track them down. Without another word, we left the dining hall.
Hey,
We can cover more ground if we split up. Sakura, go check the dorms. Make sure to check all of our rooms.
Thought of another hypothetical.
Makoto, check the first floor of the school. Meanwhile, I'll check the second floor.
okay.
And I guess I'll check the third floor.
Anyway,
Don't take any risks. If anything happens, call for help right away.
but
I really hope nothing happens. So do I.
well then.
Let's go. Anxiety was written across each of our faces as we went our separate ways. I rushed for the first floor of the school. So what was your hypothetical?
So, someone stabs someone, right? Before that person completely bleeds out, someone else stumbles upon them and tries to save them. However, this person doesn't know that removing the weapon before you're ready to cauterize it could actually make them bleed out. If they take the weapon out, do they count as the killing blow, or does the person that stabbed them count as the killing blow?
That's an interesting one, yeah.
Felt like it was. Felt like I had to bring
This is
that one
the
up.
original note, right? Yep. Yeah, this is the room that we first woke up in.
Yep.
What?
Uh-oh.
That was Hina. She's supposed to be checking the third floor. Such a thing. And these stairs before I knew what was happening. Up the stairs and led to the third floor. Right away, I saw her standing there in the hallway.
please.
Makoto, Hina, what's wrong? It's awful. The rec room door was open. When I looked inside, I saw. What did you see? I'd better get the others, right? I'm gonna go get him. You go ahead, Makoto. Before I could say anything, she was rushing downstairs. The rec room. What's she seeing there? By this point, I was used to acting without thinking, so without thinking, I leapt into the rec room. Dead Byakuya? First thing I saw when I went into the rec room was... Oh, a beat-up Celeste. Celeste, she was hurt. And there's a hammer? What's this? Some kind of wooden hammer or something? Pretty strange design. This Justice Hammer.
Interesting.
Something written on the head.
Hammer 1.
That is the hammer he attacked me with. Barely managed to avoid the blow, but I stumbled and fell. Now curse my lack of daily exercise. You're attacked with this? Justice Hammer 1. I suppose I should probably talk to her then.
Probably.
Makoto. Celeste, what happened? I was stupid, I got attacked. By who? Not sure, some sort of strange man. Strange man?
16th student.
A suspicious person whose existence is so unusual I can't help but call him strange. Without a doubt, it was some sort of strange, suspicious individual. And that man attacked me with a hammer. On the ground there. Makoto, Celeste.
Okay.
I found Sakura. What? Celeste, what on earth happened here? Apparently she was attacked by some kind of strange man. A strange man? Tell us everything you can remember, Celeste. Be as detailed as you can. Well, I woke up this morning a little before 7 a.m. Nighttime was not yet over. But I knew it was about to end, so I decided it would be okay if I started to take a stroll around the first floor. I understand now that was a mistake. Anyway, that is where I first saw the strange man. I was immediately wary of him. He was obviously suspicious, so I decided to follow him in secret. As I followed, I saw him go into the rec room. I tried to peek through the gap in the door, which is when he noticed me, and that's when you were attacked. It happened after 7 a.m., just after nighttime had ended. So if it happened just after 7 o'clock, that was just an hour ago, right when we were all meeting in the dining hall. The attack caused me to lose consciousness, which would mean I was unconscious for about an hour. Well, I'm just glad you weren't hurt too badly. That is because I begged and groveled for my life. Did?
As for me,
I told him I would do anything if he spared me. I offered to lick his boots, whatever it took.
I see.
So you were willing to throw away all your pride.
indeed.
It is a necessary skill for survival. Anyway, the important thing now is that we go search for the suspicious individual. If we do not hurry, this could become a serious problem. Celeste, what do you mean a serious problem? When I looked into the rec room, I saw that the suspicious man was not alone. He had with him Hifumi. Hifumi? After he attacked me, he dragged Hifumi away.
What?
You mean Hifumi was kidnapped? Shouldn't we start looking for him then? Listen, Celeste, did anything in particular stand out about this strange guy? Did anything stand out? Well, rather than trying to explain it, I would probably be faster if I simply showed you.
Indeed.
This is Hifumi's hand-me-down, his digital camera. You mean
Actually,
I was able to photograph the suspicious individual without him realizing it? Seriously, let's see it. I would tell you not to be shocked, but I fear it would do you no good. With that strange comment in mind, we all looked at the camera. It's a giant robot! Huh? We heard like toy robot noises whenever, what's her name was out of the room, right?
We did. We did.
Well, you were definitely right about the strange part. Their face is totally covered. Is that a robot costume? As I said, a very strange and suspicious individual, yes? So this weird robot guy dragged Hifumi away? And I took this right after being attacked. In other words, a full hour ago. Which is why if we don't hurry, it could become a serious problem.
Story is holding up.
Why isn't it holding up?
Because if she was knocked unconscious as soon as she fell, how would she know that he was dragged away?
When is someone dressed like that dragged Hifumi away? It happened over an hour ago.
just a second.
This is bad, we have to hurry. Celeste, do you know where this mysterious man went?
Let's see.
When they left the rec room, they headed left.
I see.
That's true, they were headed toward the stairs leading down to the second floor. They must be down there, right? Second floor. That's where Kyoko was supposed to be. Well, speaking of which, why isn't Kyoko here? Sorry, I didn't have time to go look for her.
This is bad.
The strange man did head to the second floor. Kyoko might run into him. We have to hurry. Kyoko's in danger. Or I think Makoto said that last. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, we all rushed to the room down on the second floor. Hey, you two. What is going on here? What's all the fuss? Yeah, you guys playing a game or something?
What are you saying?
Does it freaking look like we're playing a game? Listen, either of you seen Kyoko or Hifumi?
Be kidding.
Nope, sure haven't. Are they on this floor? We just got here ourselves. I heard some kind of uproar, so I came running. We came here together.
Stop talking.
No, you're just stalking me. Anyway, can you guys help us look for them?
What?
Why? What happened? There's no time now. I will explain later.
That's fine.
Well, fine. It sounds like something interesting is going on. Hifumi, Kyoko, if you can hear me, say something. A voice echoed down the hall in vain.
Oh.
Did you hear something? Maybe. I think it came from the library.
Okay.
We ran to the library as fast as our legs could carry us.
We all know who made it there first.
We open up the door. Hifumi's been brained. We found Hifumi seriously injured. Are you okay? Glad to see you're still alive. It's super bad though. Look at all the blood.
What?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
What did you say?
What are you talking about? Justice Hammer 2. Justice Hammer 2. Top of that, this one actually is a little bit bigger than the first one. So each hammer's getting bigger.
Someone's gonna
We
die.
need to check the art room.
We do.
We need to check and see if the chisel hammers are gone. He attacked me with that hammer. He bonked me right on the head with it.
Well,
Hammer that big, I'm surprised you're still okay. I'm not okay. Look at all this blood. Protein helps heal wounds, you know. Would you like some? I've never heard such a thing. Are you sure it isn't just you? That guy was Robo Justice. This Robo Justice you're referring to is this, is it not?
What the hell am I looking at?
A sentiment we can all finally agree on.
Yep.
This is the one that attacked Celeste and Hifumi. Isn't that right, Hifumi? Yeah, that's him, I'm sure of it. Robo Justice.
It can't be.
Robo Justice, huh?
Damn.
This just keeps getting stranger. It's him. A robot of justice, huh? Now things are really starting to get exciting. What kind of special moves does it have? Can it fly? Can it combine?
What?
Why is he here?
are you okay with this?
Let us not concern ourselves with him. What we need to do now is get Hifumi to the nurse's office right away. Whatever else we do, he needs to be treated as soon as possible. You're right, let's go. Thanks, everyone. Still haven't found Kyoko. We moved Hifumi to the nurse's office on the first floor so we could take care of his injuries. How you feeling, Hifumi? You want me to take a look at you? I'm okay. I think it's stopped bleeding. Still kind of dizzy though.
So then,
Perhaps you should rest here a while.
I
Yeah,
Pose.
good idea.
Well then.
The rest of us should get back to looking for that mystery assailant
yes, indeed.
before another victim appears. The Justice Hammers seem to be increasing in size. First one, now two.
So in other words,
If there is a Justice Hammer 3, we can only assume it's even bigger than the first two. Sorry, I didn't say that in his actual voice.
That's okay.
If you got hit with anything bigger than that, you'd be dead for sure. Tell us what happened to you, Hifumi. Well, I woke up early this morning and started looking for Alter Ego ahead of everyone else. Went to the third floor, and that's where the strange costume man attacked me. That must be what I witnessed around 7 this morning. After that, he dragged me to the library, and whack, down came the hammer. It must have been 30 or 40 minutes ago. Around 7:30. In other words, we would have still been at the dining hall. Which means Hina, Sakura, and I were together, and Kyoko was still with us. So we all have alibis. I was in the laundry room doing my laundry. His black underwear is as black as pitch black darkness of the blackest night.
what?
Why do you know that? Is it obvious? Because I was peeking. That was kind of a cute face.
It was very cute. It was very cute.
Anyway, so that means Byakuya and Toko were together at that time, meaning they also have alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis for when Celeste and Hifumi attacked are the only two we haven't seen yet, Hiro and Taka. That's it, right?
Very strange.
By the way, what happened to Kyoko? I haven't seen her anywhere. Yeah, she was supposed to be checking the second floor, but I didn't see her up there at all. Where could she have disappeared to? She disappeared, huh? What a strange woman.
So that's it.
She might be exactly as I suspected. Hold on. Kyoko was with us in the dining hall when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked, so I'm not talking about who attacked them.
In other words,
I'm referring to what we talked about last night. Who the mastermind spy might be. Saying Kyoko is working with the mastermind? That's not possible.
what?
Isn't it? This woman, who seems almost eager to handle dead bodies, hasn't even revealed her true identity.
Hey,
Save this discussion for later. Right now, we need to focus on finding the suspicious individual.
Okay.
Yeah, if we don't hurry, there's only going to be more victims. That might be why Kyoko and Taka and Hiro haven't shown up yet. She's right. We have to do something about that mystery man first. Don't worry about me. I'll catch up with you guys after our rest for a bit. Understood. Take care of yourself.
well then.
Okay, let's go. You think it's smart to leave an injured Hifumi in the unlocked nurse's office for Robo Justice to show back up and take care of the job?
Maybe.
So whoever that is running around, why are they wearing that weird costume? Don't bother looking for reasons from a deviant.
What to do?
So what are we gonna do? Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what we're capable of, even here.
What?
I saw a shadow. Something moved around the top of the stairs. Really? Up on the second floor, then. You bastard, you won't get away from me. We all shot towards the stairs. He must be around here somewhere. Let's split up and corner him. Don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, call out and I'll come running.
Oh,
Okay, but what should we yell?
just a second.
Anything, it doesn't matter. Zen is... Ah, okay.
What are you saying?
Ha, or Doria, or whatever you want, just... Sorry. Ha, or Doria! Or whatever you want. Those are straight up Link noises.
I love it.
Whatever you want, just yell loud enough so we can hear you. Doria? I've never heard such a reaction. Okay, whatever, just hurry up and start looking, okay? Let's go. Hey, Mr. Robot, where you hiding? If you don't come out, we're gonna decommission you. We spread out in every direction to track down the costume suspect. From the fucking pool. I'm going to the fucking pool. After all, the pool has barely been used for anything other than the,
Yeah, Sakura and Hina have been the only ones to use it.
well, they use the locker room because it's got the
Yeah.
workout equipment.
But she's the ultimate swimmer,
Yeah,
so she
I was
obviously
gonna
uses the
I was gonna
pool.
say, Hina uses the pool for workout, but we don't know that Sakura does.
they
Sakura
work
uses the
out-
weightlifting room.
Yeah, but they work out together. I have a feeling they use the pool as well as the locker room.
Strange cry. It had to be Celeste. Came from the floor above. She's on the third floor. Why is she on the third floor if we were all checking the second floor? Over here, everyone. Everyone heard the scream and come running.
Just a second.
What's wrong?
What?
Was a rather intense scream from someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. He was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down this hall. Come on, let's go. Was it now?
And here we go.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's really true. That doesn't matter right now.
The one time we needed Jill.
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
What?
What about the suspect? We've gone to all this trouble to capture him, right? So why don't we split up into two groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, Zen, Makoto, and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. We'll leave the capture to the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya.
So then.
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, you guys be careful. I wanted to be part of the hunting party.
I also wanted to be part of the hunting party, but I guess
I
that's
also
not
don't give a shit about Hifumi, so. I also really just wanted
But
to check the
there's
art
three of
room.
us.
I also really just wanted to have a chance to check the art room. We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson.
Uh-oh.
Ah, Hifumi's dead,
A body has been discovered.
with Justice Hammer 3. Everything was covered in red, except that's pink. In the center of all the red was...
Poor baby.
a pile of sneezes.
Poor baby.
It looks like something very bad has happened. Certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way.
We called that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Murdered? Not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? 3 people just saw a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to talk about murders?
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the? That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means...
But
I mean,
he's for real
Hifumi,
dead.
someone killed him. One of us. One of us? And let's look at that. Well, less that she pointed out something. Something on the floor. Something that had been on the floor after the last 2 surprise attacks. Justice Hammer 3. It's even bigger than the other 2. As I just as I suspected. 1 strike from that? Huh? Yeah, I know. There can be no doubt. This is a suspicious individual,
I got you.
going by what Hifumi called him. The culprit must be Robo Justice. Whoever is hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall? So how did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, like, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now, we have to tell the others.
Just because we can't get around the school doesn't mean the cheaters can't get around the school. I don't think cheaters was the right word, but traitors,
Yeah, spies.
yeah.
Hina, snap out of it. You okay, Hina?
Sorry.
I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay, then I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. Try to sound confident and upbeat, but I still hadn't stopped trembling from what I just been through. So that's what's wrong. That was a rather intense room. Doesn't look like you. Strange costume man. He ran off to the screen. Further into the hallway. Way into the back of the hallways? Which would in fact be toward the science room, except I, if they'll let me, want to check the art room first. Yep,
Yep.
missing hammers.
Several.
Wooden mallets hanging on the wall. If I had to guess, I'd say they're here for making sculptures. Yeah, except
We
there are
have to
several
find
missing
everybody
hammers.
first.
Yeah. I just wanted to come in here to prove my point that those
Yeah.
were in fact hammers that were painted to look like Justice Hammer 1, 2, and 3. Whenever we first came through here. I knew that those hammers were going to be a murder weapon eventually.
Yeah, you were right.
The only place left to run would have been into the science room. Nobody here, but still I can feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. This presence. Back?
Door's open.
The doorway. When I did, I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting here to greet me.
Second body?
Taka! No! The pool of his own blood was Taka, dead.
Shit.
Hifumi and Taka both down. His body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. True nightmare is this reality, the reality I have to face every day. But still... And apparently Toko is down because she saw blood.
Still will come back.
Mm-hmm. Justice Hammer 4? Yep. That's suspicious. Taka 2. Toko? Don't tell me Toko 2. No, she just passed out. She just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood. Oh, that's right. When Toko's, Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? You've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her there for now. It's like he said. I should just leave her alone now.
However,
Why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. This time it was Justice Hammer 4? What happened to number 3? Ah! What's the matter? Well, you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Out with it, what? Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Hifumi's dead too.
what? Hey!
Hifumi's been killed? Yeah.
See.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we'd be back to check it out. We better go check it out. Of course, come on. Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. As soon as we were out of the physics lab... Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi is dead, alright? As that is not all. It is gone. What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
Talking about it disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious? The heck is happening here? Everyone, back to the nurse's office. Practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. Couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was just there a few minutes ago. Just disappeared? And Celeste went to the bathroom, and we were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back, this must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. Must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. Unless Hifumi wasn't actually dead. And that the body found was in fact Taka's. Because 3 people found Taka's body. Hifumi might have been faking it with Justice Hammer 3.
So that the guy wouldn't come back and finish the job.
Either that or he is the guy.
Then how would that picture be taken?
Or is working with an accomplice. They said that technically speaking, even though it makes no sense for somebody to do so, you can work as an accomplice.
Yeah.
But only one person can graduate. Just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear. First there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken? This is unnatural. Oh, what do you mean 2 murders? Taka's been killed. We found him on the equipment room.
No way!
Can't be. Taka too? Can't be. It can't be. Calm down. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might be the next target be? Toko?
What?
Lily, forget. She's still unconscious in the equipment room. You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
Huh?
Just she is still unconscious? Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her. Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting right now. We need to hurry back. Can't take this anymore. I don't want someone else to die. Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Toko.
Uh-oh.
And Taka's body is gone. It has skid marks, like he was dragged away. But Hifumi's did not.
Interesting.
Are you hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. Before, what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. Gotta hurry and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd
I
floor.
guess so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi when Celeste and Hifumi and I were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? It's not at all.
Fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual here we are looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. That's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people. As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule, I'd mince ya! Mince you without a second thought. Mince ya, grind ya, turn you into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish like shrimp and crabs?
Thanks, Monokuma.
Indeed.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Unless
You
they
knew
were
that from
both
the
killed by
beginning,
different people.
didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words,
Anyway, that is, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it, is Hiro. But is he really the killer? What about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
what?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? No, it's nothing. Whatever, we need to find those bodies or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well, then let us split up and begin searching.
but
There's no need to be afraid, no more murders will take place during this case.
'cause, I mean,
If you're still nervous, I'll come with you. Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies.
Ways.
I want to go back down to the,
The art room?
well, no, I mean, I should check out the art room while I'm here,
Yeah,
just because whatever.
which is good because that's the first thing on the list.
That's where, Aoi... Rattle, huh? The door must be locked.
Interesting.
Somebody's actively attempting to impede our research this time.
Because
Except,
it's student 16.
except I definitely went in there and saw what was going on. Go to the rec room?
Just go into the upstairs rooms for now. You're up here.
Alright. Hammer's still on the floor. All of the... Oh, I just realized it's a little Monokuma holding the
Yeah.
things. I didn't see that before. I just saw the things. I didn't realize Monokuma was the one holding them. There's still technically a couple of classrooms up here too.
This is fucking-
You've never been in. Getting tired of this. It's worth going into the classrooms just to see. Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository.
Indeed.
I found them. Even me and Taka's bodies have both been hidden in the repository. Already told Hina and Sakura we'll go on ahead.
How did she get in there?
Where was the repository? Was it?
It was in the art room.
Oh, is it the back room?
Yeah.
They didn't let me in there earlier.
That's why I said, how'd she get in there?
Oh, he's here somewhere? A third?
Yep, on that tarp.
Mm-hmm. Two bodies that had disappeared were right here. Smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
But wasn't one of the body like we already discovered the bodies?
But the thing only played one.
Mm-hmm. So one of them either wasn't dead or not enough people saw that there were 3 people in either group.
Yeah.
But I'll give you the next Monokuma file. Tried to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right. Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting
To
for
investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
I wonder if we picked wrong what everyone's punishment together would be.
That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
You'd be so calm. I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is just too awful. He clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes, but this wasn't a movie.
What?
Except he's awake. This wasn't.
He's alive again?
Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming? Hifumi! Wake up!
Nope.
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak. Come on, you gotta wake up! I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
Interesting.
His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet. Hey, Hifumi! Who
Nope.
is it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Robo Justice.
Killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu.
Yasuhiro.
Hiro.
Now he's actually dead. More of Hina's tears splashed his face. There was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This is some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly,
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Do you think they're referencing Tangled? Because Tangled came out the same year this came out.
Probably not. You're just angry. I mean, that's a common trope. Tear thing is a common trope.
That's fair.
going out of his way to return just to leave us with unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps.
Agakure. That is the one person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
Yes. With that, the case is solved. Solving people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going as far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
Can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends?
fine.
Anyway, it's about time we tracked down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all of that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble. Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. To accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. Just have to do it. Let's say, except this is the investigation phase. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kyoto Ishimaru. The cause of death was each a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it.
Very strange.
Yes, it's pretty strange. We've got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case has unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happens and Monokuma file code anyway.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko? Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked.
Original.
But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here? Don't be rude. There's no answer. I'm here to answer your question.
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? Pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I, during the first class trial?
speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
There's a reason.
In other words,
Why?
Because for the accomplice, you don't become the blackened. And if the original killer is discovered, you're not going to be the one that's punished. So
Fair
people
enough.
know who did it.
You'll know who did it, and
We'll all
you'll
hate you.
we'll be able to rat. I'll say, and we'll be able to rat them out because. And so if there were people that were troublesome in your way, you could be an accomplice, not
And-
become blackened, rat out the person, and then get away.
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
We only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. True blackened, so just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck and all that, contestants. So there can only be one blackened, an accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see why Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. That's true then. Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone as a suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous feed Genocide Jack. I'm offended! When did you... Been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
How dare you?
Milk sack?
Gotta be kidding.
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
I mean, you are a serial killer.
We've been over this.
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. And don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
And that's that. Let's begin. Oh, thing is so strange. But only one of us has an alibi. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But just me. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems.
It never is.
Let's obviously get the hammers while we're here. The Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model. Either way, all the hammers were obviously seeing a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. It's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Inspect the bodies. Remove again. According to Monokuma file, died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer's Fournier's body in the equipment room that was used to kill him. And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Except that's not the case for Hifumi. Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. And how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing. How the hell? No good. Just don't get it. Can't think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Think about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses were covered in blood before, and then they weren't when we got up here. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Unless he's faking his own death. So any way to lock it from in the art room.
But it's a push lock. You could push the button and close the door behind you. However, how would it have unlocked?
There's a dolly in the corner.
There's a secret elevator somewhere.
Dolly doesn't have a handle. I saw it on the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Oh wait! The dolly was moved the last time. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. That's what the two lines were. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that?
There's a secret elevator somewhere.
So,
Thinking about something. It's about the repository. When Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? Really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. We came right into the repository to, look around, but when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. Well, I can tell you the answer to that.
What?
Hifumi brought Taka's body in here, locked the door so that he could set everything up, and then unlocked it when he was ready so that people could discover them. And now he's blaming Hero for their deaths. There's only one dead in this room, and it's Taka. Which he has motive because he already didn't like Taka to begin with, and now he's gonna get the money. I bet at some point they probably had an altercation over alter ego as well. Hina and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search for the bodies began, and the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. So that certain someone, Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who's still roaming free, or was it one of the victims?
Attaboy. Good job, Makoto.
Got anything to say, rich boy?
Hmm.
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attack and murders happened. And the last thing Hifumi said was he died. Yeah, I'm the hero's name.
In other words,
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe thought that nobody would happen. I'm getting tired. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you think that that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? Probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. That's really all there is to it. The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. Killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found.
I see.
See, so that's what that means. You okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. It's not that attitude, but you have my appreciation.
Bye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Serious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe we should check somewhere else. There's some places I already know about. The first is the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. I should definitely check, I'm gonna check while I'm up on the 3rd floor. I'm gonna check the equipment room so that we can look at those tire tracks. How many clues do we have left?
So many. I can tell you the order if you want to do the order instead.
Nah, I don't care about the order.
Okay.
I just want to know how many clues there are left.
So many.
Oh wow.
So here's the thing, it's gonna be 8:30 before we finish all the clues.
Alright, I guess that's
So
reassuring.
there's really nothing that we have to worry about.
Yeah. We're done at around 8:30 today because,
I'm going to a sleepover.
Yep.
And
There's some
Paladin's
kind of
the best boyfriend.
mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly on the repository. There's blood on its tire. Where'd that blood have come from? Here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that would definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was on the nurse's floor in the 1st room. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. I think I've seen it somewhere before, just recently too.
Bruh.
Yeah, one of there
Come on, Makoto.
weren't there 3 tarps originally?
I think so.
There's Hammer 4. Was used kill. Body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. So we'll talk to Jack. Sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. Super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay, so we've definitely checked the equipment room now. Now let's head to the nurse's office.
Attaboy. You're just going in order anyway.
I know when I'm being led. I know when I'm being led. This game actually holds your hand a ridiculous amount. Which, to be honest, it's more or less a visual novel with a little bit of puzzle solving.
Yeah.
It's really not that difficult.
Loving the soundtrack though.
It's a good soundtrack. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Except it does help you because those blood packets could have been used to fake the blood on the floor. Normal trash can, huh? There's something inside. Yep, the eyeglasses that were wiped clean. Glasses cleaning cloth with the cherub girl on it. Covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe some blood, but who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. Glasses cleaning cloth.
Well, you have to examine that's important. Talk to Celeste again.
You're investigating, Celeste. Not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved. When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... Can't think of it as anything less than impossible. West's account has been added to the truth bullet section. I forget that accounts are just as useful for truth bullets as actual, like, physical evidence. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
Really?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember. You remember well. Sorry, that was probably Makoto that said that. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things have grown more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Yes.
You know who would have good penmanship?
Who?
Somebody who made their own comic books. Because people would have to be able to read it. I want to go to... So now I'm headed to Hiro's room.
Yeah.
Which
You
is
were going
this
the
way.
right way.
Yeah, it's to the inn. Straight forward to Hiro's room. That's Sakura's room, sorry. They have this, like, their little portraits have the exact same crazy-ass hair.
Yeah.
Door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya just had to go look. I might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take a plunge. Got a lot going on in here. More importantly, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can really, he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? So let's see here. First off, boxes. If there's something in the cardboard box, it's blueprints for something, and some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? This Robo Justice? It's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints.
Not his handwriting.
Robo Justice have the arms bend like this. Something about them bothers me. So, either one person has the wrong handwriting. I think maybe Hifumi might actually have bad handwriting.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of doujin writers
Have
pair up with someone. A lot
Yeah.
of people actually write the words, and then the other person draws it.
Yeah. Pretty grungy, though. Does the bathroom even get this dirty? Nothing really left to check in here, then.
Yeah, so that was the only thing that was...
Big news, big news. What's wrong? We found Kyoko. She okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. It's Hero wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the 2nd floor. Off to the pool.
Oh, good. We don't have to walk.
Kyoko and you, man. I have had the worst day. Hero? First off, Kyoko.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Just like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. She moved the laptop. She moved it so that nobody would know where it would have gone.
Interesting.
I can't. Never mind.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Well, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know what happened, then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Can't get it off.
Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing.
That's why the boxes were in his room. Even brought the boxes, glued him into this costume.
Yeah. There's a clasp
And
on the
that's
back.
why he was attacking him, because he wouldn't let him out.
It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think that you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
I'm gonna be honest. That face with the is that okay? That gives out big Dom energy. Big top energy. Like, oh my god. That is some big top energy right
That's
there.
true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be
And it's obvious the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
terrible?
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. To tie me up. Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
that's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided you killed them. Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around.
Saying.
Well, the only one who can wear this costume. So who else who could possibly be costumed attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me. And if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. I'm missing a bit. Bit?
Probably supposed to be
Yeah.
beat.
Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Oh,
Oh, she's adorable.
so cute.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Then how would he be able to pick anybody up
That's
and move
not
them?
a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about if there was any way that I could make a Robo Justice cosplay.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be a cool deep, because there's a lot of people that do Danganronpa cosplays.
Oh, yeah.
But it would be the cool deep dig for the people that have actually, played the game and
Yeah.
not just the people that went, I like that person's character design, I'm gonna cosplay them.
Oh, there's a lot of cosplayers that do that.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you like somebody, cosplay them.
I've done that. my Connor cosplay. I've never actually played Detroit. I've watched somebody else play it, but I didn't do that until after I put the costume.
I don't listen to Vocaloid, but I still have a Luca cosplay.
It's okay to like a cosplay enough to wear it, even like a design enough to wear it, even if you've never actually like watched the thing.
Here's the thing, I've done a Winry cosplay. I don't even like Full Metal Alchemist that much.
Yeah, Brotherhood's okay.
I haven't seen Brotherhood still. I should probably do that.
Brotherhood's worth watching. Brotherhood is good. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then Makoto, go ahead. Okay. I took the pieces of the floor, try putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this. Told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems the costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
Oh, she has little Saturn earrings. That's what
Yeah.
the earrings are. That's adorable.
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Here's the only one without an alibi during the whole thing anyway.
Terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is this really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. 2 people?
Just the worst.
Are you freaking out? You did it! I did not! Wait, hold on. Those 2 were the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it, I know who did it!
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means Alter Ego and/or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate? Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. I know that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
Hold on, he could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Wait, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape, someone wrote that all to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Oh, sweet hun.
After being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right?
Fair.
Yeah, they preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Did you show us the notes? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Yasuhiro's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Is it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. You have time to yell and carry on. You have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for that second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I'd get better. I guess I'd better get back on guard duty. Gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. If she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Oh, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Kodo, do you have a second? I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why
No.
that? Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Then shall we go? Where... Shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I wouldn't have heard that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They can tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
Living. Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I guess we should head that way for now.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. When we get to the repository, we're gonna speak with Kyoko, we're gonna examine Dead Body 2, and we're gonna stop. Because the second time you speak to Kyoko, that alarm's gonna go off and we're gonna have to start.
Alright. Well, technically speaking, there's a save right before the whole thing starts.
Okay, well then we can do that.
Pretty sure there's a save right before the whole thing starts.
Well, I mean, it says, speak, dead body, speak, hallway, enter the red door, elevator room, enter the elevator. So, yeah, it probably does have a save point.
I'm pretty sure there's a save point, but even if there isn't, I've just made a new save. I've made a save right here.
Okay.
If there isn't a save point, we can still exit out of the game, and we'll just be right here instead.
Sounds good to me.
With me and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seems to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouches down next to Taka and without hesitation begins poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Monokuma Files are right, they were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little bit more comfortable. I believe that Hifumi actually did take the blow from Justice Hammer 2, but he falsified Justice Hammer 3's blow so that it would still look like he had the head wound for investigation purposes,
Yeah.
but he's not actually dead. I assume this is Dead Body 2. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office, but when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now, they're spotless. That means someone wiped his glasses clean, but who would do that and why? Then talk to Kyoko.
I see.
Found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? You did? You're so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? That's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock.
Interesting.
So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Just waiting. Taka's ear. Yeah, as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. That did happen. Bedtime for little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Which wasn't added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
however,
That's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something.
Makoto,
You try to pry it out?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited for this kind of manual labor, right?
Why don't you
Okay.
have Sakura do it?
As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. We've only been investigating this for like,
It's like 8:39 in the morning.
I guess, yeah, if he died at 6, he probably would have been cold.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, he wouldn't be cold yet. We've only been at this for an hour, but if he's been dead since 6. Piece of paper? Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
Wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he has left us a few clues of his own. Biggest problem I have right now. Yep. Yep.
indeed.
That was really echoey.
What? Indeed?
Yeah.
A wad of
That's
paper.
right.
Even me had hit it on him.
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he hid it on purpose, you see.
Why is that?
It's just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, go to open it up. Better be important, Heath and me, or I'll never forgive you for this. There, yep, there's the note. On the whole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Okay.
So he got him to the equipment room at 6 a.m. He got
He got Hero in at 1 a.m.
at 1 a.m.
So,
Same as Hero said. That's true.
however,
Though it's not exactly the same, is it? Yep, don't care. The time is different. He told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
So,
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely something meaning to that. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Can you explain a little bit more?
Talk to us
Think
all
carefully.
about Ripped Corner.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly?
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
While we're at it, we should tell one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there were any reasons to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. The handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind.
Interesting.
Alright, so there it is.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin.
I mean, based on my yawn, I would probably argue that no, I am not excited or pumped.
Like the bright
tired.
burst of fireworks, like the flash of a
Why am I
soul
tired at
flashing with
8:42
life
p.m.?
again.
Because you got to work at 7.
And so,
I didn't
with
work
no
today.
Oh,
further ado,
right. I don't know.
everyone, please meet at the usual.
There's really no reason I should be tired. I'm
Make
just,
your
I
way
am.
To the red door
Maybe your
on
body
the
got used to
first
taking
floor
naps.
of the school.
Maybe. I'm also like,
See you soon.
I wake up at 5, do my lap around the neighborhood, and then I usually like take a shower and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Or go to sleep and then take my shower later, depending.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm used to like laying in bed for
It would
extended periods of time
seem-
again, and I need to get that energy back.
Yeah.
Maybe the running is taking some of that energy until I can actually build up, though. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest on your own, and come to the proper conclusions.
Shall we go?
Better get going. I have a chance to save right here, so I'm just gonna save, and that'll be
Sounds
where we
good.
stop. Alright, so that's gonna be where we end it today. Thank you everybody who came out to today's episode. I've been Paladin Null. This has been Megamine.
Hi.
This has been Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.